Hi guys, we are back with another Lauren Conrad Beauty review. She recently extended her makeup line and I'm super excited to share with you guys my first impression, and make sure to stay until the end to see that wear test. If you haven't already, go check out my first Lauren Conrad Beauty review. I'll leave it right here. I go more in detail of the brand and also the first release. So if I'm missing any product from this video, it's definitely in the other video because I made sure within both videos I have covered all of her products. So don't worry, I go over everything. Just a friendly reminder, everything is cruelty-free, vegan, ethically sourced, and sustainable. All right, let's get into it. I prepped my skin. I actually ended up using Lauren Conrad Beauty skincare. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but I did a full review of her skincare line and her body line. If you guys missed that, I'll leave the video right here. It only made sense to use all of her products today. So we're gonna be starting off with the Skindividual tint for $18. I got the shade medium. It comes in 4 different shades: light, medium, tan, and deep. When my package arrived, I was freaking out because I couldn't find this. And the reason was because I didn't look at the description of this size. This is quite small. I was expecting a, you know, like a full foundation size. I think that's what, around a 1 fluid ounce. This is only 0.135 fluid ounce, so it's very little. I will say the product image is deceiving when it's next to the other products because I really thought this was bigger, honestly, but again, that was my fault for not reading the description. I was kind of stuck between 2 shades, between light and medium. Light looked way too light on me, like way too fair, and medium, I feel like now that it's probably too dark. We'll see. I'll still apply it, but if I look ridiculous with this on and I look a lot tanner than I really am, you know why. It says in the description, smooth and even your complexion for a radiant makeup look with this Lauren Conrad Beauty, the Skindividual tint. This multifunctional, lightweight formula gives you the flexibility to customize your foundation or concealer into your desired shade. I don't know why, but I'm kind of confused at what this is. It gives me not a foundation, almost like a tinted moisturizer, but without the moisturizer. It's almost like it's a very soft tint to your skin. I really don't know what this is. And it just confuses me on why this is so small. But we're going to try it. This is what it looks like. It does come with a dropper. Already, I'm struggling to use the dropper. It's not exactly working. Since I am the only one using this, I'm just going to swipe the dropper on to my skin. But the dropper really doesn't work. I can already tell this is going to be really dark on me. Let's just try it right here, center of the face. Oh my gosh. This makes me look like I have a really bad, what is it called? A bad tan, like a spray tan. I've never done spray tan before, but I feel like this is what it would look like if I did get it. Oh my gosh. That doesn't look good. Am I doing this wrong? I don't know. How do I fix this? Is that it's clinging to certain areas of my face. I don't think it's agreeing with the primer that I used because it's kind of just clinging right there. We're not starting off that great. Let's continue. Let's go into the next product. The next product is the concealer. For $22, I got shade 3. There are 8 shades total, 1 through 8. I think I got the right shade. And you know what I don't understand? I don't know why they didn't coordinate the concealer shades with the Skindividual tint shades, because the concealer already has double the shades that the tint has. And I believe this concealer is probably going to be closer to my actual skin tone. This is what it looks like. Interesting how the tip, there's not really an applicator, so you kind of just have to put it on a sponge or a brush. Like, you need to place it somewhere. You can't just directly put this on your face. I can already tell this is lighter than the tint, which is a good thing. It actually feels really hydrating. It just has this like slip to it compared to the tint. Once you put it on your face, you don't really have time to move it around. You got to do it quickly, but this feels like there's some flexibility to it. Let's see how much it can cover of my under eyes. That's actually really nice. It does dry down, but not as fast as the tint. And it does cover up the darkness under my eyes. Now I will say I don't have bags under my eyes. I do have a little bit of darkness, nothing that much. I would say this is medium coverage. It's not full coverage. This side just looks like a hot mess. I think I'm gonna have to take this part off. But I wanna see how well this concealer can cover up hyperpigmentation. Wow, that did a great job. I somehow got this shade right. I don't know how because the numbers were a bit confusing. It was just a little bit hard to tell. I'm just going to quickly take this tint off. I can already tell it's a dud and it's not working out for me, and I'll be right back. I'm going to try using a beauty sponge to apply the concealer. I want to see how well it works together because the fingers, it looks really nice. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did one side of my face. My left side has the concealer, and I will say this looks really nice. It gives a natural looking finish. Not dewy, not matte. It's like right in between, which that's what I prefer. And it gives light to medium coverage. By no means is it full whatsoever. You can see some of my hyperpigmentation on my cheeks a little bit. And I will say under my eyes, it looks better compared to the before. But usually I would add a little more to the concealer as far as under the eyes. Not bad for a natural looking makeup look. Next we have is the finishing powder for $27. I got the shade medium. There are 4 shades: light, medium, tan, and deep, just like the tint. Again, I was stuck between 2 shades, light and medium. I'm really hoping medium's not too dark, but since that tint was so dark on me, I wouldn't be surprised if this is too dark on me as well. I will say I was surprised on the size. This is quite small, but then again, I didn't really look at the description. Usually this comes in a larger size. I wouldn't be surprised if this only lasts me 1-2 months max because I do need to use powder on my oily skin. Oh, and I also want to mention this is talc free. I know some people care about that, and it could actually be quite hard to find in powders, so that's a really nice plus. What I like to do is some light baking. I like using the sponge, pressing it into the powder, getting it all in there, and then pressing right under the under eyes and around the nose, around the mouth, and lastly right between the eyebrows. And then I do some light dusting on the rest of my face. So somehow the shade medium works for my skin. It is not too dark, which I'm a little bit surprised because that tint was way too dark on my skin. But the powder works really nicely and it feels nice on the skin as well. Now I'll be applying the eyebrow pencil for $22. This is in light brown. This comes in 4 shades: light blonde, blonde, light brown, and dark brown. I really like how it comes with a spoolie on the end. I find that that's a must with an eyeshadow pencil. It just makes it a lot easier when you're applying the product. So the spoolie is a little bit thick for me. I like a thinner spoolie, like the e.l.f. Precise eyebrow pencil. That one is so good. This spoolie is just a little too thick. And since I don't have that many eyebrow hairs, it's just hard to really get into those little hairs that I do have. As far as the color, this brown is not too warm. That was my main worry, that it was going to pull a little too warm on me. And this is a really nice shade. And the pencil is not too soft and you won't accidentally go too hard, which I know can happen very easily when filling out your eyebrows. I feel like the only thing I'm missing from this is like a clear brow gel or something to get my eyebrows to stay up and full. Again, since I don't have that many eyebrow hairs and I want to make it look as realistic as possible, a clear gel helps me out so much. Besides that, I think my eyebrows look really good. Next we have is the powder blush for $25, and I got shade Peach. There are 2 shades, Peach and Romance. I will say this shade to me doesn't look like peach. If I compare it to my favorite blush, this is a drugstore, Burt's Bees. This is more of a true peach shade to me. It's a bit warmer versus Lauren Conrad Beauty. Hers pulls more pink to me, and I wouldn't be surprised if it pulls more pink on my skin tone. And then Romance looks like a muted mauve. Yeah, it's definitely more pink. But the color is really nice. This is a really beautiful color. and it's pigmented enough. Look, it's showing through on my skin. This is a really pretty shade, even though it's not peach on me. I'm definitely going to continue using this. It is a matte finish, and I'm really liking it so far. Going on to the eyes, we have the eyeshadow palette for $29. This is in Magic Hour. It comes in 6 different shades. So we have a mix of matte, satin, and shimmers. I ended up going with Magic Hour just because this is more of the mauve pinky tones, and I don't have too much of that in my collection, versus Sunrise, which is more of your warmer tones with the oranges and the browns. I really love that. That's actually up my alley, but I really wanted to try something different. Again, there are 2 shades available, Sunrise and Magic Hour. I'm going to start off with mauve in the crease. This is a matte shade. You can definitely build up the shadow, which is really nice. I'd rather be able to build something up than it being super pigmented. With my finger, I'm gonna go in with the rose gold and put it all over the lid. There's a little bit of fallout with the shimmers, but not too bad. This is actually a really pretty rose gold color. To deepen it up, I'm gonna go in with the shade Auburn. I'm gonna focus it closer to the lash line. I'm going to do the other eye real quick. Both eyes are done. I'm really liking this eyeshadow palette. One, I love the size. It can fit into my hand. I prefer smaller eyeshadow palettes because they are easier to travel with, and I feel like I can actually finish it. I don't know about you guys, but there's so many eyeshadow palettes where I feel like I can't finish it, and I really don't want to waste my money, and it's most likely going to expire before I actually use it all up. So this one is really great. Something that I didn't realize is that the larger eyeshadow palette is limited edition. It is for $39. You get 12 shades. It kind of looks like a larger version of the Sunrise palette. Similar colors, you know, the warmer undertones. So if that's what you prefer and you just want more colors or more shadows for the price point, then I would definitely go for that limited edition one. We have 2 more products left. This is the eyeliner pencil. This is in Onyx. This is the only shade available, and this is for $18. This is the same shade as the liquid eyeliner. So eyeliner pencils, they're either a hit or a miss. I know pretty quickly if they're good or not, and most eyeliner pencils will smudge pretty easily on my eyelids. It says in the description that it's water resistant and long lasting, but can it withstand my oily eyelids? We'll see. I'm going to tightline my eyes and do a smoky cat eye. I will say this is very easy to apply. I thought it would be dry just by the look of it, but this is really nice. So this smudges pretty easily, which is a good and bad thing. It's a good thing in the sense that you can create a nice smoky eye, but it might be a bad thing that it could crease very easily. So we will see if this will set. And the last product is the mascara for $20. The shade is Onyx. Just like the eyeliner, this is the only shade that's available right now. I'm going to quickly curl my lashes. It says, give your lashes a boost with this defining and lengthening mascara, featuring a smudge-proof and flake-free formula with a soft touch. I'm really hoping this is smudge-proof. Since it's not waterproof, I'm not really sure how well it's going to hold a curl, but I'm hoping it's smudge-proof. This is what the brush looks like. I would say it's a medium size. Let's see if it's going to add length. It didn't say anything about volume. This is 1 coat, not bad. You really can't see much of anything, and that's because I don't have much to work with. So I'm going to add another layer. So this is what it looks like with 2 coats. And this side is no mascara. This mascara is strictly lengthening. It's not going to add any volume, and it's kind of buildable. You can build it up to an extent, maybe 2 coats, but past that, it really doesn't do that much if you add a 3rd coat or 4th coat. On my lashes, you can kind of see it, but for this eye look and for it being kind of smoky, I would want my lashes to be a little more voluminous, so I would add some falsies. But for this wear test, I will just keep it as is. Since I don't have any new Lauren Conrad Beauty lip products, I'm just gonna go back in with their lip gloss. This is in shade Dawn. By the way, I love this lip gloss. It is so good, not sticky whatsoever. So this is the final makeup look. I will say this is really pretty. It's not what I usually would go with as far as the color scheme, but I really do like it. And I'll catch you guys later today with the wear test. And we're back hours later. Let's see how the makeup looks. Since it gets so dark so early, I did have to put on my studio lights. I'm not the biggest fan of studio lights. I prefer natural lighting. So it might look a little bit different from earlier. So just warning you guys. But as far as the makeup, The concealer looks great. It hasn't smudged off or anything. It looks really nice. The brows look great. They've stayed put. They're still pigmented. The eyeshadow looks nice. I will say the eyeliner did smudge. Unfortunately, it's not long lasting. It's not smudge proof. It did get up here where my crease is, even down here a little bit in the inner corner. But the mascara stayed put. It did not transfer. The lashes held its curl. They're still up. I'm really surprised about the mascara. Although it's not my type of mascara that I would normally get, my lashes are staying put, which is really great. So here's my recap and my final thoughts. Starting out with the Skindividual tint. This doesn't work. I don't know if this is gonna really work for anyone. I don't understand the size. If anyone has purchased this, please let me know your opinions of this product. I'm so curious. I haven't seen anyone review this or even the company itself. They haven't done any like demos or anything. I'm just so confused by this product. I just want to know how to use it because I feel like I was not using it properly. Besides it not being my right shade, I just don't understand it. Then we have the concealer, which this was surprisingly great. I somehow found the right shade for me. It was shade 3. Although I'm not the biggest fan of this applicator, I wish there was some sort of sponge or just something, what you would traditionally find at a drugstore. This has been really great. I'm really enjoying this, you know? I'm definitely going to be using this for a more natural makeup look. As far as the powder, I think this powder is great. A talc-free option, awesome. My only concern is the size. You are going to go through this very quickly unless you have dry skin and you only put it in certain areas. For me, as an oily skin person, I'm using this all over my face, so this is not going to last very long. And just to compare with what I would usually use, this e.l.f. one, just to compare size, that's a pretty big difference. This lasts me 4 months. This is probably going to only last me 1 to 2 max. Then we have the brow pencil. This was also a complete surprise. I usually pick one brow pencil, and if I love it, I'm gonna use it for years. This was great. I love the shade for me. I like how there's a spoolie. Even though it's a little bigger than what I'm used to, it works well. It stays put, and I'm really enjoying it. The eyeliner was a miss, unfortunately. Although it's pigmented and easy to apply on, it smudged, and that was my biggest fear, and that's like the biggest thing for me with eyeliners. Does it smudge? Is it waterproof? How long lasting is it? So this is a no for me. The mascara, it's not bad and it's not great. It's kind of right in between. If you like a natural mascara look, nothing spidery, nothing voluminous, just a little bit of lengthening to your lashes, then this is a great option. For me, I like more volume. I'm not starting out with much, and overall I just really need more volume. So although this didn't smudge and it was actually long lasting as far as holding my curl, I don't know if I'd purchase this again because I have other mascaras that add volume, because that's the only thing that this is missing. It just needs some volume. The powder blush, I really like powder blushes. This was pigmented enough, but not too pigmented. I like the color, even though it says it's peach. I don't find it as a peach, but I'm definitely going to continue using this. And the last product is the eyeshadow palette. I really like this palette. I kind of knew I was going to like it when I saw it. I love the colors. They were easy to apply, blend, buildable. They stayed put, and that's really it. I feel like that's all you need in an eyeshadow palette. It doesn't have a mirror, which I'm fine with. I know it's hard to recycle eyeshadow palettes with mirrors, so I totally get that. And I really love the size of this. I did want to mention Lauren Conrad Beauty has this gift set. It has a few different things. I can't remember what. Everything that's in there I actually like. I'm pretty sure. I just can't remember what the exact things were. I think they were 4 things and they're full products. So for the holiday season, I think it would be great. One, if you want to try out the brand, you know, try out a few things, or if you're gifting it for someone else. So I thought I'd mention it. I hope you guys enjoyed another Lauren Conrad Beauty review. If you haven't already seen my other Lauren Conrad Beauty reviews, I'll leave it right here. Check out the playlist. I'll catch you guys in another video. Make sure to like this and subscribe to this channel for more fashion and beauty content. Bye!